Hi, I'm your friendly narrator, and I'm going to tell you all about how Anne Frank changed the world with her diary. Anne Frank was born on June 12, 1929, in Frankfurt, Germany. The Frank family moved to Holland to escape persecution in the summer of 1933. Adolf Hitler became the Chancellor of Germany and established laws that persecuted Jewish people. Hitler came to power on January 30th, 1933, with the Nazi Party. That same year, 1933, Otto moved his family to Amsterdam since he didn't see any future with Germany, the Nazi Party, being in power. On September 1st, 1939, the Second World War began with Germany invading Poland on June 12, 1942. Anne received a diary as a present on her 14th birthday from her parents. Later, that diary will help change the world's opinions and insight into the Holocaust. On July 6, 1942, the Frank family went into hiding. The Frank family goes into hiding in the secret annex above Otto Frank's office where he worked. As you see behind us, this is the same building she hid in for over 2 full years, 761 days of her life. The hiding place had a secret door that looked like a bookshelf. It was hinged and had a special latch that could be unlocked. Behind the door, there were stairs that led up to a hiding space. The annex where she hid was 5 small rooms in the attic space. She lived there with her family, which included her mom, Edith, her dad, Otto, and her sister, Margot. They were joined in the annex in hiding by the Van Pel's family, followed a week later. Herman Van Pel worked for the same company as Otto. There were 3 people in his family. Fritz Pfeffer was a friend of the Frank family, and joined them in a hiding 4 months later. There were 8 people total during hiding in the annex. A day in hiding, including waking to the alarm at 6:45 a.m. Everyone had to take turns using the bathroom. At 8:30 a.m., the men would arrive to start their workday, so everyone in hiding needed to be very quiet. They would all wear socks to be quiet when walking. They spent the morning studying and preparing for the lunch break. At 12:30 p.m., the workers went to lunch, and at 12:45, helpers would bring them food and information. There was always someone on watch in the office. They would listen to BBC on the radio during lunchtime. In the afternoon, several would take a nap, and this is where Anne used her time for studying and writing. At 5:30 p.m., the workers would go home. After everyone was gone from the office, the people in hiding could move about more freely, do chores, and prepare for dinner. At 9 p.m., they would prepare their room for sleeping. Sunday was different because they could sleep a little later. And then everyone would go to work doing cleaning and preparing for the week. Anne considered Sunday the most miserable day of the week because it was scrubbing, sweeping, washing, and not being able to go outside and enjoy the world. On August 4th, 1944, the Franks were discovered, arrested, and put in prison. On September 3rd, 1944, the people from the secret annex were taken to Auschwitz concentration camp. Anne was sent with Margot and Auguste to Bergen-Belsen, which was a forced labor camp in northern Germany. The camp was filthy, cold, and wet. The people were unable to clean themselves and contracted with infectious diseases. In February or March of 1945, Anne and her sister died of typhus. Of the 8 people from the annex, Otto was the only one to survive. In July 1945, Otto met with his sisters, who had been in concentration camp with Anne and Margot. They had told Otto about the miserable last months of his daughter and how she had died. Miep had been one of the helpers during their time at the secret annex. She found and hid Anne's diaries when the Frank family was taken away to concentration camps.
and she returned them to Otto after the war. Otto asked friends and relatives to read passages from the diary. Some of them encouraged him to publish it, others argued against it. Otto was surprised at the depth of his daughter's writings and decided to publish them. During the war, there were over 300,000 people in hiding in the Netherlands, including up to 28,000 Jews. Overall, more than 6 million Jews were murdered during World War II. Anne Frank's diary gave a voice to so many people who had suffered. It gave us a perspective of what it was like to be a Jewish child in the hiding during the Holocaust. Anne Frank's triumph was to inspire and give us a story of hope through her positive attitude in a horrible situation. She helps all of us to have hope challenging situations. Even though she didn't survive, her words will live forever and have been translated into 70 languages and published into over 60 countries.